Hello. What a tune. I must say, I saw Scotty mentioning it there. I think we've had words about Damocles before, haven't we, Scotty? And I have disagreed with your opinion that it's one of the best songs on that album. I think after we had that discussion, I went and listened to it again and I was like, Scotty's right. It's a banger. It's a banger. So, fair enough, mate. I take it back. You win. You win. How's it going, everyone? Are you ready for another spooky evening of a relatively tame horror game? Hope you are. Lovely to see you all. Vinyl Master Scotty is in the house. Indeed he is. How are you all doing? How are your weeks going? It has been an intense day for me. Nothing I can't handle, but an intense one. So I'm looking forward to taking my frustrations out on some fictional zombies this evening. Oh, hang on. 6, 7, am I right? So weirdly, it's weird that that's come up twice today. I believe that's some sort of meme that I don't understand, specifically around 67, because during Code Club today, where we write little using sort of rudimentary graphics packages, we write little sequences that make things move on the screen and they can make patterns and stuff. Anyway, I made my little thing that I was controlling move a 67-degree angle, and there was a big reaction in the room, and I looked blankly, and they were like, "Ben, not Ben, Mr. Fox, it's that." It's what? And I'm like, what? I don't know what that is, and I still don't know what it is. I don't know what any of this is. I don't know where to look. I'd really like just a straight down the line explanation of the meme, if possible. Being a vinyl master has its costs. All the new reprints cost like 100. Nice. Nobody knows what it is. There is no explanation. All right. That's a shame. It's kids wanting to be part of the new meme. Yeah, but it means nothing. Is that where society's come to? I mean, I suppose a lot of memes mean ultimately nothing. They come to mean something from their impact within society, but you're saying to me it literally means nothing. It's an interesting one. Where does it? Anyone know where it started? Is there any, or is it just emerged naturally? Oh, it's funny. That's funny. That's funny, and also sort of deeply existentially troubling. But that's cool. It's cool. It has a source, but it's completely unlinked. Fair. And is it the number 67 or is it 6-7? It's a line from a very bad song. It's from a rap song. It's a police call sign. Ah, okay. Now the pieces are starting to fit together. Interesting. It's funny because I would imagine the kids in that coding club wouldn't have heard this rap song, as you say. It's just has entered the zeitgeist. How is that a hee-haw funny? It was a song that had 6-7 that was like a road or some shit. It turned into some basketball player's height, and it's all gone down from there. What an enriching road that sounds like. Oh, great. Isn't culture great, guys? Well, that's enough context, guys. I do feel equipped now, so I appreciate that. Yeah, I think if there's anything else worth discussing. Oh, Harry, can I discuss what we discussed regarding your opinion of me and Resident Evil? Do you mind if I share our discussion on chat? Harry and I played some Resident Evil 5 over the weekend, which I really enjoyed, as always. No, you won't. I don't think you will, because it was very diplomatically said. It was just funny. I wish I could remember specifically how Harry worded it, but it was like, Ben, just out of curiosity, have you ever considered something like? Have you ever considered playing enough horror games to sort of what was the, I wish I could remember the phrase, to sort of toughen you up in terms of sort of the general scares, because essentially it boiled down to Resident Evil 1, Ben, is not a scary game, and as your younger brother, I was surprised, and the sort of the subtext was surprised / disappointed. I won't lie, so surprised / disappointed that you're actually scared of Resident Evil 1. So what the way it was worded, it almost felt like I said to him. It reminded me of the an episode in Frasier when Frasier recounts the point when he's talking about his father, when he first realizes his father is fallible and that he can't do mental maths in his head, and that's like a key sort of turning point in Frasier's opinion of his father. The way it was framed just sort of reminded me of that. It was like that was the day Harry realised his brother was pathetic, and that he had outgrown him. Well, it's a rite of passage between brothers. Eventually, brothers become pathetic. It's fine. But it was a humorous conversation. And I think, and he's right in that it is a bit weird. Like my fear meter's weird in that there are some games, like we spoke about things like Dead Space, for example, which I've played all of Dead Space, and while it has its moments, I've been fine with playing Dead Space, and of course a lot of the other Resident Evil games. But there's something about Resident Evil 1 in particular, the tank controls, the camera, the atmosphere. Like the atmosphere is so well rendered that it just feels like a thick sense of overwhelm, particularly when you've got like the real resource limitation, and you can't feel like you can reliably fight back, and something's always shambling around the next corner. I do find it scary. I do. And the other element probably is that it's like sort of one of the reasons I want to play it is that it's one of the games from my younger days that I never finished that I found really scary. And it sort of has like a historic weight on it, sort of a historic fear that even if it's not objectively scary, when I was playing it as a younger person, even though I wouldn't have been that young, I would have been in my teens, that sort of still remains, if that makes sense, in a way, overlaid on it. Shame it doesn't have the DualSense basement music in the remake. Don't know what that means. Just another straight over my head. I think that's the key role I play in these streams, is to be spoken at in such a manner that people can interact with it in the comments, but it goes straight over my head, and it's humorous. I think I played this game when I was 8. Fair. But Kyle, you are a stone cold legend. I don't know, just stone cold. Just a stone cold man who doesn't feel fear. It doesn't surprise me that you played it when you were 8. But so there you go. That's the stone cold killer. That's the weak and meek justification. Not that there is one, but actually, to be honest with you, I'm glad that I'm scared of it a little bit, because It adds to the enjoyment of the stream. Feels more Halloween-y, rather than if I was approaching this with some sort of ruthless efficiency because it meant nothing to me. But there you are. Me and my ice cream starts to melt. Well, when my ice cream starts to melt. Oh my God, I've actually just seen that that emote properly, and it's Geordie with a sort of gyrating tongue, terrifying and sexual. That one's passed me by, I'm afraid. But yeah, fair enough. Anyway, that is it. That's the only ramp up I've got. I've not got any more chat, guys. If you want any more chat, you're gonna have to, bring some chat, I suppose. Ideally, stuff I understand, but it doesn't have to be. Has anything else happened in my life? Oh, mate, Kyle, look at him. Kyle is using events from my life to generate content. That's a high quality interaction. Yeah, my mum, I should say, had bailiffs at her house the other day, and I had a worried phone call from my mum saying there are bailiffs at your old flat, threatening to take stuff from you. Which was scary, and they're saying that it's you owe £425 to Manchester City Council. And we're really scared and we don't know what to do. Understandably. So that was a fun conversation to have. I sort of looked into it and I presumed that it could be some level of scam. I don't go to Manchester very often. So I was a bit cynical and sceptical. And I sought advice from a wealth of people, including Dave and Kyle, which is why Kyle knows about it. When I think about car administration, I'm like, who knows this? Kyle. He'll just know it. He'll know where to go. He'll know the advice. So I went straight to Kyle and Dave, and to be fair, they were very helpful. Helpful's the push, but they were broadly supportive. Anyway, so I rang up the council the next day, and sure enough, I had driven temporarily in a bus lane when Katie and I had gone to Manchester to see Ghost. I had temporarily driven in a bus lane. Cheers, Geordie. Thank you for doing that. So that was that. And apparently apparently you can get fined for that in Manchester. I think I've done that before, and it wasn't intentional. I think it was just I hadn't realised it was in a bus lane. Anyway, so it was a valid fine. And the bit that's my fault, which I don't know, I don't even know if this is wise to even mention on a sort of recording, but a big chunk of it was my fault because when we moved house, I let the DVLA know that I'd moved house, so that I could get my updated license and things. And I think part of my mind had therefore thought that that's the car stuff sorted. The DVLA, it'll trickle down from there. It's all centralised around the DVLA. It's absolutely fine. What slipped my mind, as I'm sure Geordie and many of you now know, is I should have updated the logbook of the car manually, which I'd forgotten to do when we moved. So this fine, as well as the subsequent 50 letters building up in intensity saying, pay us for fuck's sake, it's now £425. They were all going to my old flat that my mum owns. What annoyed me a little bit about it, again, it's 100% my fault. I'll put that on the record. In terms of the logbook stuff, it's all my fault. I accidentally drove in the bus lane, and then I forgot to update my logbook, so all of the things were going there. What annoyed me a little bit was apparently Mum's boyfriend had been going over to the flat and looking through all the posts, because he sort of does, he supports Mum in looking after the flat. And all of the posts if it didn't belong to the person who currently lives there, he just put it back in the post box. Now, fine, like technically fine. Obviously, no landlord should have to actually manually send post back to you or whatever if you've not given an address. Now, but I did feel a little like I see my mum and this guy every week, and my mum lives literally around the corner from the house. Could they not have just held on to my letters for the first year or whatever, which is whenever, just so that I could have caught this, which was my mistake. I could have caught it, but that would have been helpful had I known that lots of stuff was going to the flat. But in the end, it was just going back into the post box. So I never knew. Now, it turns out that even though that's my fault, you can submit a number of forms to the Traffic Enforcement Agency. And you can say, look, I fucked up here. I didn't update my logbook. I've not seen any of these letters. And a court will decide whether that's valid. And then they'll come back to me, hopefully, fingers crossed, and be like, all right, fine. You'll only get charged for the, initial fine or whatever, rather than the... And then I was in this position where I'd sent this stuff off to the traffic enforcement guys. I'd got the phone number of the bailiffs who were knocking on my mum's flat's door, threatening to steal shit. And I rang them up and I was like, look, I've done this. I've submitted this thing. I don't believe I will need to pay the whole thing. I'm happy to pay at any point, but look, I don't think I owe this money because I couldn't have reasonably known, given the context. The courts are going to decide what I owe, and then I'll pay. And he sort of was like, it was quite a generic sounding bailiff or debt collector, and he was sort of like, oh, right, well, suppose that's going to have to do then. He's like, oh, it saves me going back today, he said. So he was about to go back today and pester my poor mother and her lodger for goods. They hadn't successfully placated him by saying, this guy doesn't live here anymore. They were going to go back. And I looked into it a little bit. Apparently, this is mental. But legally, debt collectors, and thankfully they don't currently know where I live, Mum did have the foresight to not give them my current address. I mean, I suppose they could maybe find it now, but who knows? Anyway, I think it is paused now. They can legally, if my car was sitting on the road outside my house, which it usually does, like it's in a public space. We have a garage, but I don't tend to there's no space for a car in there. So my car is on public land. They're legally allowed to take my car, sell it, use the profits or use the proceeds to pay for them and the fine, and sell it at a very uncharitable rate, and then give me back whatever's left, presumably nothing. And they are legally allowed to do that, which I thought was absolutely insane. Weirdly, as soon as it's on private land, you're then fine, because they're not legally allowed to come onto your property without you letting them in. So, but it was interesting to start looking on Twitch. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully it's sorted. At least it's paused for now. I've not heard from Mum that they're sort of berating anymore. But I could have done without that. I won't lie to you guys. I could have done without that. But I suppose, to take one positive from it, was that I felt it was scary and bad and intense, and I felt a lot of shame for having fucked up so basically. But I felt like I bounced back from it all right, and I didn't let it consume me, and I did the right things. So like I'm broadly taking it as a win, even though it's completely on me. Even though I'm an idiot and I missed something relatively fundamental to moving house, I'm going to take it as a win. Ben Fox is bouncing back. People bounce back. Exactly. 1 point for Kyle for an Alan Partridge reference. It's weird that there's no system to make sure the person in debt has actually received these letters. I know, right? It's mental. Because I think the council could have said, the council could have asked the DVLA and said, this car, we've been sending out a fine. There's no sense that they've received it. Is this the address that you have? And the DVLA can give that information, but the council didn't opt to do that. Instead, they, just went to bailiffs immediately. If anyone here dobs Ben in, we're going to throw frozen eggs at you. If you call the cops, they ain't going to believe you because they'll be thawed by then, and then they'll say it was thrown at you, it would have broken. Checkmate, so don't you dare. That is foolproof, mate. Appreciate the support. I kind of feel the same way, having a valuation on my flat. Not sure if it's just a rent increase or due to my landlord's credit score being affected, or if he intends to sell the flat. In what way do you feel the same? Is it just, like managing to negotiate something stressful in a way that isn't, that sort of, it's fine. Nice one, dude. You seem to be all right, all things considering. I mean, I am all right. It was a few days ago now. Can't remember when it was. I've lost track of time. It was last week sometime. But yeah, no, I felt fine. I must say, I know I mention this a lot, and this is going to make any sort of burgeoning mini respect anyone has for me immediately disintegrate. Not that you had any respect. I will say this. In this specific sort of scenario, hey, Bocky, how you doing, man? Good to see you. In this specific scenario, ChatGPT was helpful. Because I essentially said to ChatGPT, look, this is the scenario. This is what I'm being accused of. What are my rights? What are the bailiff's rights? How should I proceed? And it was very, very clear. I mean, who knows? Maybe I did cross-reference the forms and stuff, and I rang the traffic enforcement company, whatever, to say, is this the right thing to be doing? But in that situation of sort of panic, I don't know what to do. I need some straight facts, and there are all sorts of places I could get it. I need it in one place. Fucking Christ, joining to I use GPT for legal advice. Indeed, I did indeed. Yeah. What are you discussing? I was just saying, Bocky, there was suckling the AI teat, indeed. I'm happy to, in that instance, because it fucking helped me out. I had some bailiffs turn up at my, not to go through the whole story, I had some bailiffs turn up at my ex-flat because I'd forgotten to update my logbook, which meant that none of the warnings from a bus lane infraction were going to my actual address. So it had got to the point where bailiffs were turning up there wanting 425 quid. So yeah. But like I say, I've submitted the forms. I think I should have a reduced fine. I don't intend on paying that amount of money because I don't believe I owe it. So a learning experience for sure. Yeah. And that's the end. That's the end of the story. It was broadly fine. Anything else to add? I've got nothing else to add about that story. So I'm going to move on. It's terrifying, that emote. Just say the camera was clearly broke. You were driving a bus. They did send me the video, to be fair. It was bang to rights, my Vauxhall Corsa. It was, yeah. Apparently Manchester is notorious for bus lane infraction. It's just mental. Mental that it can get to that point. Temporarily driving in a bus lane. £425 and a bailiff. Oh well. All sorted, sort of. Fingers crossed, touch wood. Let's play some Resident Evil. That's sort of taken the end. It's taken the wind out of my sails. Should have refuted it anyway, mate. Make them do the legwork to prove it. I think, like, if we weren't so far down the process, I would have done something like that. That was my dad's advice as well. I mean, like I say, they have proven it. I have the video of my car in a bus lane, but you know, I could have pushed it. And actually, a lot of other advice I sought, as well as AI. I also sought advice from friends and family, but also the Ellis and John Facebook group, which has a wide collection of people in there, and often of who, you know, it's a big enough sort of cross section of the population where there's often people working in councils, and there were a couple of people from local council saying, "Oh yeah, no, this is likely real. This is why. Give them a ring tomorrow, etc., etc., etc." Weirdly helpful Facebook group, the Ellis and John one. So yeah, that's that. Okay, shall we play some Resident Evil? Whoa, shit. Okay, just gonna go and turn the light off. Ow. I am looking quite sweaty, which is a shame. Just been hitting the gym, guys. Like DSP. Every time. Mention it every time. Dig deep enough and you'll probably find sovereign citizen stuff in there. I cannot be stopped in a vehicle by a road pirate. That's not my real name. Lovely stuff. Should have deployed Dave as legal counsel. Okay. Let's do this thing. I can't remember any of the controls. I've been on the gain train. I am, my friend, I am. Well, and by gain train, I do mean trying not to be morbidly obese. So actually, the lost train, but I have gained a fair amount of muscle. Fair amount. Not DSP levels, but fair amount. 3 times a week at the moment, Bocky, at the gym. Actually helpful. I think that's helped with the old mental health a little bit as well. It's good stuff. Tying that into an addiction to playing Magic the Gathering. So I just drive into the town I work in, play Magic the Gathering, and then go to the gym. It's a good life, guys. It's a good life. Now, I suppose I don't need to take these with me, yes? I can leave these here, surely. I've only got 4. I could have thought... I could have sworn at the end of the last session I was like, oh, I've got loads of ink ribbons now. Not really. Not really. Okay, we can drop off the shotgun. Unless there's one in here somewhere. Any exercise is good, my friend. Great for mental health. I go more frequently this time of year when work is busy and stressful. Yeah, absolutely. It has helped. It may be the only time in my life, apart from, and you know, I suppose we're still early days, it's like 2 months I've been doing this routine. The only other exercise routine I've got into is like regularly running, which I've done a couple of times in the past. I've never got into a regular, proper gym routine, keeping track of, you know, the weight of the stuff I'm moving around and things. And that's been good. It's been fun. And it feels like every time I go lift something a bit heavier, it feels like I'm making progress. So, yeah. Okay. Or did we find some in here before? Oh, wow, okay. Nice. So we can fill up the fuel thing with kerosene. So now we can actually start going around burning bodies, I presume. And am I 100% sure there's not another? Maybe I had 5. Maybe that was it. Or should I be taking ribbon with me? Fuck it. Roll the dice, mate. Leave that there. If you go 3 times a week, do 1 day push, 1 pull, 1 for legs. Do a bit of cardio each session. Good starting point. That's good advice, mate. Are you hench, Bocky? That's the next key question. Are you built like a brick shit house? What I tend to do, not that anyone's particularly interested, I try to do have the running routine that I used to have, which is at least half an hour of running. Which I just used to do as my only exercise. I do that at the beginning, half an hour of running on the treadmill, and I sort of leave the cardio at that, if I'm honest. I probably could do more cardio, but because I've had success in the past just doing running, I leave it at that. And then I sort of have like a selection in the gym. I tend to do legs every other time. And sort of alternate between complementary muscles. So I like to do a chest press on 1 week and then shoulder press on the other. And same with core, like I do crunches 1 week, but then whatever the side muscles in the abs are, the twist. So I tend to sort of try and work it like that, but it's not an exact science. I must shout out an app though, which I can't even remember if I paid any money for it because I've had it for a long time. It's very, very simple, but it is great, and it's called Strong, and it just updates what you're doing. You put in the sets and the reps and stuff. It gives you the timer to rest between them. And then at the end of when I go back to the gym, I just turn it on again and it tells me where I was, what my latest weight is on whatever, and gives me the routine. It's really simple, but great. I think I might have paid a couple of quid for it back in the day. Anyway, I'm nowhere near built enough to talk at further length about exercise. I'm obese too on the BMI apparently. But are you like, in the same way that everybody's technically obese, but actually because you're built like a brick shit house, you're all muscle? Okay, can I just pour fuel on this? Oh fuck, he just said, what? Okay, I was really expecting to have to set that alight. Or maybe she just does it automatically, does she? It doesn't look dead, he looks the same. I'm burning both of these motherfuckers because this is the one that caused the dramatic failure last time. Okay, run away, run away. It sounds handy, so many good tools out there, for sure. Unfortunately though, ever since looking into it, my YouTube algorithm is now mainly lots of buff men telling me what to do in the gym, which is fine if you're DSP. Homosexual jokes. But I'm not actually that interested. Haha, no, hardly. Just a physique for rugby. That's good. That's good shit. Give me that fuel. It's been slow progress, guys. We're half an hour in, and I've burned 2 bodies, but it's fine. It's cool. Can't remember how to run. Remembered how to run. Can't remember where I was. Oh, they are gone. That's nice. Armor door. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, I've just wiped off 2 zombies from the map, which to me is progress. Can't remember what happens here in terms of the red herbs. I presume we can combine them. Don't know why. Don't know what's going to happen there. We still haven't come across the dog, have we? The dramatic dog and window scenario, sort of like spoilers. 15 viewers, for real? That is a lot for me. Welcome if you're new. Oh, it's locked. If you're new. If you like blisteringly slow-paced streams like this, you've come to the right place, obviously. It's a redundant thing to say. Yeah. I've no sense of where I must go. Oh, I unlocked it. Way! Progress, guys. We're really rocketing now. I don't like the dankness of this room. Why would I take a wooden mount? But also, why is it here? Why is it here? I suppose I can put it in my box now. Nothing unusual. Right. Question. If you could invite anyone alive or dead to a dinner party, who would you pick? I like Alan Partridge's answer to this, which is Jesus Christ, Margaret Thatcher, Dennis Thatcher, Carol Thatcher. And then Psychic Simon just says, right, so Christ and the Thatcher family. Yes. No, I disagree with that. I'm not a fan of the Thatcher family. Alive or dead? Oh, God. Goodness me, it's a thinker. It's a classic and it's a thinker. Auntie Mabel. No need. Although, has Auntie Mabel passed on? Has she shuffled off this mortal coil? Maybe it would be worth bringing her back. Oh, God. I can't think of anything that doesn't make me sound incredibly milquetoast. Just a milquetoast individual. Look. It just seems mental. All I've got is like loads of comedians. It just feels crazy. If you've got the ability to resurrect someone from the dead, to bring along Steve Coogan or David Mitchell, it just seems crazy. Years ago, it's a shame. Is there anyone I want to meet? Who would be good conversation? Katie? Who, alive or dead, would you invite to a dinner party?
I always feel like I would do something cliche with those.
I'm struggling to not be cliche.
Like I'd want to have all my grandparents or something.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I would. I mean, obviously, I would. Yeah, grandparents would be lovely.
Or I'd want to go.
Jesus Christ.
Way far back in history, but like, could we speak the same languages?
Yeah, Confucius.
Like Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury's a good one.
I just want to hang out with our cat. That's what I'm going to.
Fair enough. Also, to not pick interesting ones like Andy Kaufman or something. Yeah. It's a fine balance, isn't it? I'm going to go and drop this off. This is really boring, guys. Get old Adolf in there as a wild card. That would get rowdy. Yeah. It's tough. It's a tough question. It's sort of, in a way, it's depressing that when I'm trying to summon things and people that mean a lot to me beyond my family, it is just sort of people in pop culture. You have to have the Austrian painter. Got to know why. Unpack that for me, Bocky. And the other thing, like the deep history figures as well, it's like, all right, they're seminal people, but I bet they're not actually that good conversation, and our points of reference would be so vastly at odds that there would be no way of interacting meaningfully with them. I suppose that's taking the fun out of the question a little bit. I mean, I think I genuinely would say Jesus Christ. I'll agree with Alan on Jesus Christ. And some sort of translation that isn't just language translation, but also referential translation so that we can speak on the same terms. Wonder if they'd get the 6-7 meme. Yeah, maybe. I've done a lot of fannying about, if that's still an acceptable phrase. I've not done a lot of... If I was to die now, I'd have a lot of busy work to sort out. Barry. Please don't tell me this key unlocks Lisa Trevor's area. Octagonal indentations to the right and left of the door. Great. Okay, well, that's fine. I've been through here loads, haven't I? Is this a zombie dead? Whee! Need a handy. Oh, this looks doggy. This looks very doggy. Now, if this dog jumps in, sorry to spoil for you, how am I going to put it down? Because I'm just going to shoot there, aren't I? Oh, Christ. Ah. I do need a handy, Geordie. Please give me a handy. Oh, not happy. I'm unhappy in this area. Unhappy with that camera. I swear to God, if a zombie comes through a loading screen, I'm turning this game off and never playing it again. That's where it's come from. struggling to understand. So that's where I came in. What's this? Oh. Help. Oh no, doggy dogs. No. I mean, maybe... Geordie, what does green and red herbage do? There's doggy dogs there. I need them to not live. Will I take the chemical to use on plants? Yeah? Just a powerful heal. There's no, like, health extension this time. Geordie, is it good for me to pick this up now, or should I leave it for later? Pick anything you can up. And is my strategy of constantly returning to the box and dumping it, is that a good one? There was a bit of unnecessary jiggle on the old breasts there. I was going to be euphemistic, but couldn't be bothered. That's got a sword on it. I really don't want to go around this corner. It feels ominous to me, but oh, fuck me. Jesus. Oh. Missed a door. Missed a door because I panicked. I'm going to go back to that door because I panicked. I can't see myself successfully shooting these dogs, guys. Can't see myself nailing the aim. Every time I go through a door, my heart races. Cool. Remember, Ben, Kyle played this when he was 8. You do have a good chunk of ammo, though. As in, too much? Now I'm screwed. Yeah? Oh, great. That doesn't take up a place. That's good. There are traces of something burnt here. An acrid smell permeates the air. Lovely. Pictures stand and bronze statue. Oh, yeah. There's nothing of interest here. It's a shame. My beloved. My beloved. My beloved. Can't carry any more, but it is my beloved. Oh, dear. Okay. How to proceed? How does one proceed? I mean, presumably there are going to be other storage rooms. I'm just going to have to remember that they're there. Do I have a map? Good question. Good cue. I have this. Seems mappy to me. Oh. Oh, we're about to... Don't tempt me, God. Oh, God. Oh. I'm back here. Not where I expected to be. Not where I expected to come around at all. Use the map way more often if you can. I'm not very good with maps. That's the only problem with that that game plan. But I'll try and take your advice. Right, I'm going to put this chemical in here. The survival knife. Is it really needed? Because I've got the automatic knives. Didn't mean to pick up the plant stuff. I want to light bodies to death. It'll tell you... Is there no way of shortcutting the map, is it? Oh, okay. So it tells you where you've been and where you haven't been. Okay, so the ones that is useful, to be fair to you, Geordie. Presumably the ones that are non-coloured are places I've simply never been. And green are cleared rooms. That's useful. Red rooms are rooms with shit in it, indeed. Oh God, don't! Don't! Come on, that's... Oh, you... I wonder if that's the same case if I come through it the other way. That's lame. Come on, mate! Can't use doors too much. Oh, God. Okay, so we've at least been in all these areas. Need that armor key in it. I want that ink. It calls to me. It beckons to me. I want that shotgun. Ditto. We haven't seen a single enemy yet. They're running scared, innit? It did look like there were some areas down there as well. Oh, and I'm going to pass that bloody... The dog's coming out now, surely, isn't it? Look, my options. Shoot right in front of me or above it. I can't... If only I had some level of... in the middle of these two. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on then. No. Now. Scared. Is there no auto aim? I don't know. Actually, to be fair. Jump scare Jill's face. Whoops. Okay. Hello. That's not good. That feels like a zombie's going to come out of that water. That acrid water. Hello. This all feels very, very bad. Remove the plug. Go on then. Oh my god. Oh my Jesus Christ. There's going to be a zombie in there, obviously, isn't there? Oh my god. End it, Jill. End it. Shoot the motherfucker. Please. Please. What? Why? Why? How has this happened? That's good. Bye. Oh. Okay. Okay, so that red square right in front of me is the one with the shotgun in, I believe. Please. My beloved. Whee. See, I found 3 there. I swear I found 3 at the end of the last stream. I think I should have more than 4. Let's do it. Oh god. Did a mechanism just trigger there? Oh, Christ. Guys, if I lose here, my will be broken. My will be broken. I don't back myself to negotiate this challenge if there's any way of me dealing with it, or if I'm just meant to die. I don't. There's lights there.
Oh God, what did I do now? Wesker! Barry!
Come on, Barry.
Help!
Come on, mate. Come on, mate.
Jill!
Bazza!
You in there?
Barry? Get me out of here!
Please.
The door's jammed!
Stand back!
What a
Grab my hand!
fucking legend. God, I love that man. apart from in Revelations 2, where apparently there are questionable undertones with his overtones with his character, according to Harry.
Barry.
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Iconic
Really?
line.
Thanks. But Barry, didn't you say you were going back to the dining room to find other clues? I'm glad and all, but why are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Anyway, we should get back to searching for Wesker and
Praise
Chris.
Barry. There's nothing Barry's magnum can't
Thanks,
solve.
Barry. I owe you one.
Don't mention it.
Did it. Save Jill using Barry. Yeah, OG's line was better. Not sure if we really used Barry there. We used the resource that is Barry. Hang on, is this the dodgy broken door? Is it? No, it looks different. That's the dodgy door, right? There. I presume if I presume the grey doors mean I can get through them. Spencer. Oh, Christmas! Stab him. I'm fine with that, in a way. Take that, zombie. Right, that one's head exploded. Can it become a red-eyed bastard later? Can I rely on that death? I'm gonna rely on it for now. I don't want to go here. Don't rustle. The defiler of the accursed coffin. Holy moly! How do I shoot? Fuck me. Every time I like forget the shoot button. So I think every time I go into like Resi 4 mode or Resi 5 that I was playing the other day, and it's not right trigger to shoot. He's done. But we are getting through our defensive options. Okay. Can't get through there, can't go through there. I see that there are some options seemingly to the left over there that we've not explored, maybe. So I might make my way back, I suppose. Not going through that door, mate. Might need it later. If this fucking dog comes at any point, I'm just leaving it. This is it, isn't it? Fuck you! Fuck Jesus! Just stop panicking every time, Ben. Fuck. How do I... Don't have to panic every single... Christ, there's two of them. Okay. How are we doing for health? Okay, so... Hey Chelsea, you just want some pets. Didn't seem that way, but you know, fair enough, giving him the benefit of the doubt. How do I reload my gun? I've done it. Just another thing I've been successful at. Right, this fellow, is he burn material? I don't know. In fact, yes, he is. They're all burn material. See you in hell, Candyman. As the scholar once wrote. It's going to turn out I never need to come back to this area again. I don't think I ever need to come to this area again. It was a complete waste of resources. It was cool. It's cool. Just failure to read a map there. Nice. Cool. Nice one, Ben. Moron. Could have left you alive. Sorry, buddy. Oh, cutscene.
Oh, Jill. Got any good news?
Other than I'm still alive in this madhouse? No.
Can't say it's much safer here either. We'd better secure our escape route first. There's gotta be a back door somewhere.
All right then, let's split up again.
See you later.
It did go so well last time. Okay. Wasting resources, mate. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Although actually I can't actually see a way through to those areas. Or have I made a mistake? Whatever. Seriously, this game triggers an OCD tendency in me unlike any other. Alright, okay, I'm going to have to come back for that bastard. And that bastard. I can't even remember how to get to the bloody box. To the box. That... What does it remind me of? Is it? It almost reminds me of one of the fish in SpongeBob. Hello, mate. Hello, mate. It's fine. Fine. It's fine. Just die. Just die. Just die. Really wasn't hoping for that. Can I shoot the head off? Doesn't look like it. I don't back you not coming back to life. Great sentence. Let's go this way. Huh? Oh. Way! I'm so scared of every one of those loading screens. How far am I from Lisa Trevor? Guys, it's just... Oh my god, look at this. It's just too much for me to handle emotionally. I'm in caution. I presume that means I can take one more bout of damage. Where are you going to appear from? From that corner? My least favourite kind of appearance. From around a corner. Bunch of spices you've never seen before. Who cares, Jill? Who cares? Who gives a shit? Oh, God. You know what, mate? Are you in a thoroughfare? If you are, you're on a one-way trip to Burntown. Already decided. Unlucky. You look the same. That's cool. Power doesn't seem to be turned on. I'll be back for you later, except I won't because you're dead. Piece of meat from an unidentified source. Who cares? Okay, feels like we've reached the end of our road in this direction. Jesus Christ, no. Please, no. What's that? It's a zombie. Not sure why that one was played in that way, given that we've dealt with a few of them. Mate, stay down. Please. What the fuck did you trip on? I don't know. I keep tripping over my foot, actually. I'm worried it's some sort of neurological disorder. Fun fact. It's happened twice. Okay. Are you down? Actually, I don't care if you're down or not, mate. I can route you around the table. Bye. God, I hate this area. Reminds me of Resident Evil 7. Which I will never play again. Resident Evil 7 may be even though it's great, maybe the single most unenjoyable gaming experience I've ever had in my life. You alright? Get up. Did I play only what I've streamed, so... Oh, I can hear something. Fuck me. Oh, it's a bird. Only what I've streamed, so the first, act or so. Got into the castle. Enjoyed it, to be fair. I found it less, even despite my wails, I did find it less scary than 7. Less oppressive than 7. I do want to go back and finish it. Maybe I'll do it after this. I just found 7 to be... I mean, it just felt... just brutally oppressive. And it didn't feel like it was having as much fun as a lot of Resident Evil games have. I sensed there was a bit more of that twinkle in the eye in 8. I think maybe they recognised there was a bit of an overcorrection. Okay, so that's all fine and dandy, as they say. 7 was good until the boat section. I mean, I can't really remember it. Is that like right at the end when you're sort of a different character temporarily? Because yeah, weirdly, even though that was bad, I remember feeling slightly less stressed at that point for some reason. What's this gonna do? Oh. Can't take it. This feels like where I need to be. That looks like one of the keys. So, it's all the same with you guys, to you guys. I'm going to go and find the room. I'm going to dump some stuff. I'm going to do some collecting. And I'm then going to save it, and I'm going to go and collect that key. Does that sound like a good game plan? Only problem is, sort of fucking zombies shuffling around out there. Only problem is, absolutely no idea where I'm going. Only wrinkle. That's fine. That's fine. All right. To be honest with you, like I say, I just found 7 just so tonally dark. It was everything I don't like about horror as a genre, and I'm not. As I was having this chat with Harry anyway, I don't really like Resident Evil for the horror. Weirdly, I like it for the Jill Sandwich stuff. I like it for the camp stuff. I like it for the sort of exciting horror, and I like that it adds a bit of tension to the camp nonsense. But I just love the heightened stuff. And 7 to me was just, it may as well have been like Outlast. It just felt like an incredibly stoic, straight down the line horror game. And that's just not my jam. I like silly shit. Yes, I play Resi for the bad writing. You're damn right. That's completely how I feel. I basically just want Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is probably my favourite game ever, or one of. And I could just play games of that ilk forever. And I love it so much. That's the perfect horror, camp, stupid balance in my mind. So Resi 6 is your favourite? Well, no, Resi 6 isn't my favourite. I think it's a shit game. But I don't hate it as much as a lot of people hate it, because there's something sort of quite comforting about it stylistically, I find. And I've played it through with Harry, enjoy it, and it was like parts of it are really boring, but parts of it are quite funny. And it's just an alright sort of co-op experience. Every time I've played it, I've never thought, Jesus Christ, that's unplayable. It's a really bad game, but it's sort of it is closer to the sort of game I would want to play. It's like I feel like you can split off from Resident Evil in 2 routes. You can either really lean into the horror, or you can really lean into the action, or you can walk the middle ground, which I think 4 does really well. And I feel like 7 went off into the horror, 6 went off into the action too much. And it sort of gave me everything I wanted, but to the extent that actually it gave me not a lot of what I wanted, weirdly, because it didn't have the scenario. It was bloated. It had too many things going on. I think I was saying to Harry the other day, I think there is, like, conceptually within that idea of Resident Evil 6 and the fact that it tries to crescendo in quite a dramatic way, that you could do a decent game. And there's something in maybe Leon and Helena's campaign where if it was just that and they stretched it out and did a few more of those church-like set pieces, like it has giraffe blowjob, there may be some salvageable stuff in 6, but like the Chris campaign, so boring. The Jake campaign, also really boring. Just to be fair, it's a lot of the game. It's just quite boring, isn't it? But I had a better time playing 6 than I did 7. Even though 7 is objectively a better game in almost every way. In fact, in exactly every way. 8 is a mix of 4 and 7, to be honest. Yeah, which is why I do like 8 more than 7. I need to give it another go. How dare you speak badly on Jake's campaign? Is it well regarded? Is it? I can't remember how to get back, guys. What? How did I? Oh, I do. I've remembered. I think. Or was that where I've just come from? I don't know. I thought it was the best. Yeah. Maybe. I can't. I mean, I quite liked they did. They had some sort of permanent big boss monsters that followed you around. That's quite exciting. Steve's is the best. I can't even remember who Steve is or what that's referring to. Oh Christ! Actually, is there dogs still in here? Doggies. Hi, bye. Let me go. Fuck! Knife it, Jill. Knife it to death. Oh, she didn't. Shit. Steve is Chris's boyfriend. I thought it was Piers, or is that what did you call him Steve in your playthrough because of how generic he was? Wrong way. I think I'm going the wrong way as well. Jesus Christ. I've gone the wrong way because this is the bad route which will break the door. Who's pissed? What's the actual route? Oh, can't remember. Is it along the top somewhere? Because you come down to it, don't you? These dogs, guys. I might end them. But yeah, that Chris Steve stuff was fucking dull. Fuck off, mate! Fuck off. Just fuck off. Just fuck off. Please just fuck off. That dog isn't even fucking dead. He's alive. I'm too scared now, guys. Jesus. I hate them. I hate those dogs. I hate them more than the zombies. Because they're more stressful to fight. I'm using the fucking door. I don't even care. If you just pay him. To be fair, it didn't actually give me the warning that time, so... Oh, that's good. Okay, so coming in is fine. That's a relief. Gonna need this. It's a one way, yeah. That's good. It's good stuff. Okay. nice. Looks like a nice healthy number. Oh shit. Got any kerosene charges, mate? Only a little bit left. Fill her up. Or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. One way. Oh yeah, one way or another. That reminds me of the Rugrats movie. I believe there's a sequence where Angelica hunts down the babies with that as her motif musically. God, I used to love the Rugrats. That was one of the big properties of my youth. What am I doing? I'm collecting shit. I'm just in a collecting mood. Okay, so this is the door I'd forgotten. Okay, so up the top of the stairs, that's the actual non-door breaky route through to the save stuff. Okay, let's go and pick up the emblem and the diamond. Or the gemstone, whatever. Yes. Now I'm gonna head back, dump these in the box, save the game. You're such a Chucky. That is my vibe, actually, probably of all the babies. And you're a Tommy. Of course you are. Main character energy, Kyle. Plus bald. It all works. Just fits. The leader. Mama, 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 mama. Okay. So we've used a shit ton of kerosene. I won't lie. It's not good. Wooden mount, who cares? I mean, unless you combine it with this? I don't fucking know why you would. Oh my god, come on, mate. I'm going to use one. I think I'll be Stu making the depression brownies at 3 AM. Did we talk about this before when I was playing the Rugrats PS1 games? But did we look up the age in the same way we were looking up the age of some of the people in Final Fantasy X? Did it turn out that Stu in the game was like 30 or something? Even though he looks like a grizzled old man. It's an upsetting age to be at when you're suddenly the age of all the dads. Like, I think I'm sort of like around default Homer Simpson age, which is yeah, quite upsetting. Elderly 30-year-olds. Dibs being the depression brownies. Yeah, fair. Did I save it? I think I did. Right, now I've got to remember where I actually want to go. Did I definitely save it? I can't. Did I save it, guys? think I saved it. Happens to me all the time. It's like, oh. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's absolutely fine. Okay, let's go and find that key. Likely die. And then we'll see where we are. Can I remember where that key is? No. No, I cannot. Homer being 30 is scandalous, yeah. It is. It is. I mean, this is definitely not the way. Don't know what I'm doing. Didn't expect to come out here. How long has he been 30 though? Yeah. For many years. Decades. This is how I navigate places when in real life. I just sort of brute force and just run randomly until I get to where I need to be. Hasn't worked this time. In fact, it never works. I might pick up one of these. In fact, I might pick up them both and go and deposit them within the box. Which is an annoying bit of busy work given that I'm about to die. No, positive. I'll find a way. Find a way through. Looking forward to the new Simpsons movie. To be honest, I've not heard anything about it other than just that it's been announced. Has there been any trailers or anything? I'm not though. I didn't enjoy the original Simpsons movie. I don't know if that's a controversial opinion. I think a lot of people regard it quite warmly. I didn't hate it, but I felt next to nothing towards it. Yeah. Nah, FNAF 2, Megan Fox as Toy Chica for some reason. Wow. Megan Fox is in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. That's crazy. Where did I go? How did I make it there? Not even Spider Pig. I mean, I quite liked Spider Pig, but it felt a bit patronising to me. Felt a bit easy. No, I didn't. I thought it was fine. I quite liked the premise. It was the big, dome. I say it just. It didn't feel particularly movie-like to me, despite the fact that they, the animation quality was higher, and they put like the slight shadow that gives an indication that this is a higher budget animation. But I remember just thinking, that could have, if you truncated that, it just felt like an episode, which is sort of both good and disappointing. Think, Ben, where is that key? Where did you go? Oh, was it through here? I think it was. Why have they shown Bart's car? Yeah, I mean, I felt like that was the only sort of risk it took. Was there uproar about that? I can't even remember. But the rest of it was just like, just shrug. Anthroid apparently is what the animatronic version of a furry is. Well, there you go. we've learned something today. Isn't where I was expecting to be. Marry, kill, avoid, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica. I don't know who any of those things are apart from... Do you mean... Is Freddy the bear? I presume. I can't even summon what the others look like. Okay, let's do this. May whoever takes this emblem find peace in death. What's he got? Has he got a shield on it? Is that what we're dealing with? Okay, good luck, guys. Oh dear. That ain't cool. Oh Christ. Well, I mean, we predicted that would happen, and that did happen. Please give a reasonable response. This is a warning. Well, look, guys, I know it's not particularly late, but I'm going to leave it there. I feel like we made good progress. Got a save game in. We know what we're doing next. I'll give that another go. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this a lot, and I appreciate you coming to spend time watching it. That emote has disturbed me more than anything in this game, though. That's the true horror. That's the real Halloween sort of spirit manifest. That's what will be in my nightmares tonight. Yeah, it's special. It is special. Anyway, I hope you're all well, and it's been lovely speaking with you. What's the week? I'm probably will be back on Thursday because there's no Call of Cthulhu. So we'll continue this journey then. In the meantime, have lovely weeks. Thank you, Chelsea, for joining. And I'll see you on the flippity flop. Goodbye. Cheers, buddy.